What's a buyer agent? What's a Massachusetts buyer agent or buyer's broker, and why are they different? Remember, because making poor choices can cost thousands of dollars or end in a bad purchase or sale. Smart home or condo buyers and sellers should make it a point to understand how real estate agents and brokers work in Massachusetts. The words broker and agent are often used interchangeably. While licensed agents and brokers can show properties and negotiate offers, a Massachusetts broker can handle escrow money and have agents work under him or her. The broker is then responsible for the actions of his or her agents. Unlike attorneys that can never represent opposing parties at the same time, Massachusetts brokers and agents can legally represent sellers, buyers, or both in the same transaction. When one agent represents both the buyer and the seller of a property that the buyer wishes to buy, that practice is known as dual agency. When different agents in the same real estate office represent both the buyer and the seller of the same property, they are practicing designated agency. In either case, but agents are unique because they represent only one party at a time. Not all real estate agents are the same. In Massachusetts, there are different role designations, and not all real estate agents play by the same rules. Real estate transactions are not simple transactions. Most buyers and sellers need honest advice. The key is finding a competent real estate broker in Massachusetts that will represent you, the home buyer, and your interests exclusively. A buyer agent is an agent working only for the home buyer in a real estate transaction. The standards and definition of buyer agency have blurred over the years as national real estate organizations have successfully attempted to alter the definition of buyer agency. Unfortunately, it is confusing for the home buyer, the consumer, and the burden is placed on the consumer to be able to clearly differentiate who is a real buyer agent or broker. The courts view real estate brokers as agents in the legal sense, meaning they are fiduciaries. Fiduciaries are individuals in positions of trust who act on behalf of others. Examples of other agents' fiduciaries are attorneys, accountants, and trust officers in banks. Does having a buyer agent cost more? No. There should be no additional cost to a home buyer if they work with a buyer agent. In fact, working with a buyer agent typically saves clients time and money. When interviewing any real estate professional, make sure you understand their commissions and fee structures up front. Who pays the home buyer's agent? Both seller's agent fees and buyer agent's fees are part of a typical real estate transaction and are included in the final negotiated purchase price of the property. There should be no additional fees to the buyer for a buyer's agent above and beyond the negotiated purchase price of a home, unless specifically agreed in writing between the buyer and agent before an offer is made. In most cases, the seller's agent pays the buyer's agent for bringing the buyer, negotiating the purchase price and terms, writing a legally correct offer, coordinating inspections, responses, and financing, plus handling numerous additional details on the buyer's side of the transaction. Buyers should avoid contacting sellers' agents and sellers directly unless they are comfortable negotiating and representing themselves. That is why it is important for buyers to choose their agents before they begin looking at homes, or as soon as possible if they have begun looking. Did you know that fewer than 1% of the agents and brokers in Massachusetts have committed to being 100% loyal to their buyers 100% of the time? To learn more about the pros and cons of various types of buyer agents, or to get a list of experienced local 100% loyal buyers agents to interview without obligation, call 800-935-6222.